Like it's your gig. All right, we are live, guys.
Wow.
I know. Can you believe it? Because of technology, we had to do some Band-Aid workaround, but we're live streaming in my groups. But our hosts are officially Sean Day and Dan Plata, Blue Sky. So I'm going to let them take over and drive.
Thank you, Debbie.
I just want to acknowledge something, because we're going to be talking about like giving back today, and we're going to be focused on cleaning for a reason stuff, but there's so many cool ways to give back. And before we went live here tonight, I do a lot with the group called Junior Achievement, and it's all about teaching entrepreneurialism to elementary school through high school kids. And that was like what got me into business, was exposure to that group. And they had a Hall of Fame event tonight, but you had to tune in virtually, and literally like the message was, our world is so different that you got to be so adaptable, so nimble, roll with the punches. And so a half hour later, here we are, we're live on Facebook. Like, the world moves on, and we're entrepreneurs. We're adaptable, we're nimble. We figured out, we tried 6 different ways to go live tonight, and it worked, and here we are. So
we're even doing a watch party over into the Blue Skies Blue Collar group. We're doing a watch party, and it's actually working. So technology is not failing us entirely.
We made it happen.
And all I did was click a few links that were sent my way, and I got a couple beads of sweat, and I don't know how it happens, but we're here.
Cheers. We're here.
All right.
So let me blue collar recruiting. That's kind of what our gig is. But as you all know out there, we bring on all kinds of different perspectives of things that are related, at least to our industry and entrepreneurs and all that good stuff. Debbie Sardone and Jeannie Henderson's with us tonight. Why don't we start with Jeannie? Tell us just a bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi there. Thanks, Sean, and thanks for having me tonight. Glad we finally made it. I'm Jeannie Henderson, and I'm the founder and president of Jeannie Cleaning, located in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And fortunate to know these guys from Blue Skies who've really helped my business as it's been growing. And of course, Debbie Sardone, my coach and mentor, who has really helped me through cleaning business fundamentals. And tonight we're talking about cleaning for a reason, which Debbie started and is near and dear to my heart.
Awesome. And Miss Sardone, introduce yourself just a little bit.
Okay. Well, you guys know me as the world's #1 residential cleaning business coach, or at least me and my mom know me as that. But I'm also the founder of Cleaning for a Reason. And I would love right now for all of you listening and watching on all the platforms that we're live streaming. We are live streaming to Blue Collar. What is it? Blue Collar what?
Recruiting. Yep.
Blue Collar Recruiting. We're live streaming to YouTube, Periscope, Cleaning Business Profits, Cleaning Business Fundamentals, and Cleaning Business Grads. So if you are already a Cleaning for a Reason partner, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I want you to type into the chat right now, I am C4R. Just type that into the chat. I am C4R. So we'll know who is in the Cleaning for a Reason organization. But like Sean asked me to introduce, I started that organization in 2006. Now, nearly 15 years later, we have over 1,200 residential cleaning companies that are giving back through that program. We merged with ISSA Charities, the Worldwide Cleaning Association, back about 3 years ago. We have served over 40,000 families with the gift of free house cleaning, and that's to the credit to all of our residential cleaning companies. And that totals about $14 million in donated services.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Bookkeeper, crunch those numbers real quick.
Hold on, let me get on the spreadsheet real quick. I can't do that, man.
You need a lot of columns and a lot of rows, and the Excel sheet for that, babe.
That's a lot of toilets.
That's a lot of scrubbing. It is.
All right, we do have some people saying, I am C4R. Who else? So if you are Cleaning for a Reason, if you're a part of this organization, just type into the chat, I am C4R. C4R, just so we know who's on here watching us tonight.
We got to type it in 3 times for each one of our businesses, Sean. So I'll let you do that.
There you go.
Get on it.
And you guys have been loyal supporters. And I will say this, Sean, I know it's not about you tonight, but Sean was, I believe, our very first award that we gave away when he owned his residential cleaning company. We gave away our very first award at Cleaning for a Reason to the most giving cleaning company in the entire nation, and Sean Day's company received that honor, and I think that is just incredible. It speaks to the kind of businessman he is.
Yes.
I can tell you for sure he hasn't changed a bit.
Of course not.
Keep doing that. That's what it's all about.
Thank you. It was, I'll tell you what, I'll be very honest, it was addicting. It was very addicting. It, do this here. One of the things that I remember, I think it was 2000, I think it was 2006 when I joined, because I started the business a few years prior to that. And I remember you had called me and you said, "Are you going to the RC convention in Vegas?" And I said, "I don't think so. I've been in business a couple of years. You really need to go." I said, I think you really need to go. I'm like, okay. And so I talked to my wife and she said, sure. I was probably the only person on planet Earth that went to Vegas and didn't put $1 on a table. Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful, but I'll say real quickly, and then I'll let you guys talk a lot more than me. I talked to so many ladies that were dying of cancer, going through what you go through in that circumstance, dozens and dozens and dozens of people. And I mean, without exception, what they cared about the most was my husband. I don't know what he's going to do, how we're going to do things, how we're going to clean my kids, my this. These are people that were dying. Okay. Yeah. And that's what they were concerned about. And that's all I heard. And that was absolutely life-changing for me. Absolutely life-changing. And, that's it. I can't say much more than that. So anybody that's thinking about it, listen to what we're going to talk about tonight. And
it will change your life.
It'll change
as
your
an
life.
Entrepreneur, as a business owner, where we get tunnel vision and we're always working to grow our business. We're grinding it out day and night. It will change your life when you give away a little bit of what you do for a living to somebody in need who has cancer. It will change your life. You'll love it.
Jeannie, what has it done for your business? And where are you at with it? And what's your thoughts behind it? And what about your employee? Just talk about it. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so with you, Sean. It's just amazingly overwhelming to think that this little thing that we do, cleaning people's houses, can have such a huge impact in the lives of people when they're fighting the most difficult battle they've ever encountered in their lives. And it's hard for me not to cry because I'm in the middle of a special event this week with my business. Debbie inspired me a couple of years ago to really go big with Cleaning for a Reason. And she does a cleaning day where they clean for several cancer patients in one day. And so we did that last year. And my team, after we did that, they said, next year we should do Cleaning for a Business week, not just a day, a week. And so that's what I'm in the midst of this week. I'm in the middle of my Cleaning for Cancer week. And we've been cleaning for cancer patients every day this week. And this morning, I was in the home of a cancer patient. And I'm sorry, it's so emotional. And she was talking about how it's helped her family so much to have this extra help in their homes. And I hear these stories over and over again. And so it's so rewarding. And my team is just so loves being a part of an organization that gives back and that they have the opportunity to give without having to give up anything themselves.
Yeah.
We pay them to clean, but they get the opportunity to give care and concern for people in our community. So it's been great for my team, for my culture and my business. And it's just very rewarding, of course. But beyond that, I mean, the other day had a customer call and say, I want to sign up. Like when we sent them the quote, yeah, just sign me up. I saw you on the news and what you're doing, and I just want to do business with you. And so not only does it, make us feel good and reward us, fill our hearts that we get to use what we have to help make people's lives better. At the same time, it's good business to give back to your community. It's good business to take what you have and share it with others, because all of that just comes flowing back overwhelmingly back to you.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to touch on just briefly too. And there's absolutely no guilt in letting people know about this, because we anonymously want to donate to things and give money to people and not get cheers about that. But Jeannie, and you make the point. I mean, the community expects businesses to give back, and businesses that have great values give back. And I can tell you, and I got to put a couple dashes of humor in all this too, right? We can't just, we gotta laugh and cry a little bit. I had, that's awesome. Perfect timing as usual. And I never reached out to the media in any way, shape, or form. All of a sudden, I got a phone call from Monica Robbins, Channel 3, the health reporter, about something. And I'm going, what did I do? What did we screw up? We get somebody sick with chemicals. What did I do?
We're in trouble. The media is reaching out to us.
Yeah, this is Carl Monday, undercover, reaching Sean Day in professional cleaning. So they reached out, and we met at a client's home that was going through treatments, and it was absolutely amazing. She told me it'll be aired on this Sunday or whatever it was, and I got the family together, and I'm only got a couple drinks, and hey man, I'm not on TV. We interrupt this program to let you know Michael Jackson has just died. So that was it. I never got on. The whole family sitting there. They're all laughing at me, thinking I'm full of you know what. And lo and behold, thank goodness they did air it like a week later or something like that. But that's my little dash of humor in my Cleaning for a Reason story.
So let me tell you, I've learned a lot about dealing with the media over the last 15 years since starting with Cleaning for a Reason. I've read books on how to get free publicity, and I've had coaching on, talking to the media. I've been on Fox and Friends in New York City, on the cable news channel. And what they all tell you is your segment will air unless it is preempted by breaking news. And if it is preempted by breaking news, your story may never air. So let me tell you a little quick story about what happened to me, which it worked in my favor. And for those that are watching who just joined us, I just sent out a text to all of my members saying, hey, you got to jump on here live. If you are a part of Cleaning for a Reason, type into the chat right now so we can give you a shout out, and just type in, I am C4R. Type that in so we can recognize you. And a quick background for those who are unfamiliar, Cleaning for a Reason is a nonprofit. And I started the organization in 2006 as the result of a phone call. I own a cleaning business just like most of the people on here, right? And I took a phone call from a woman who said, I just need a price for cleaning my home. So I gave her a quote. I was in business mode, just like all of us are in, right? So I gave her a price over the phone, and I quoted her some pricing, and she said, oh, I can't really afford that right now. I'm not working. I'm going through chemotherapy and radiation. Maybe I'll call you when I get back to work. And she hung up. And this was the days before caller ID. We had landlines and an entire phone system. And I remember when she hung up, sitting at my desk, just staring. I mean, I remember it like it's yesterday. And I was staring at my desk, and I was thinking, why didn't I give her the cleaning for free? I could afford it. I have $1 million plus maid service. Why didn't I give it to her for free? It didn't even occur to me. It wasn't that I intentionally didn't help her. I was selling my service, is what you do every single day when the phone rings, right? And so I met with my staff that day. I see Emma is C4R. I met with my staff that day and I said, okay, this can never happen again. If a woman calls our office, wants a quote for services and can't afford it and indicates that she has cancer, let's just give it to her for free. Because I was kind of partial in and out as a semi-retired, semi-absentee owner. I wasn't always there, and I wanted them to be empowered to give the cleanings away for free. So fast forward. So we did that for a few years. If we heard about somebody at church or somebody in our neighborhood, some of our employees over the years got cancer, we would just give them cleaning for free. And then fast forward in 2005, I was speaking at a conference at ISSA, and I was sharing what we do in our community around giving back as the gift of cleaning, free cleaning to families with cancer. My mom was a survivor of cancer. My dad did not survive cancer. And so I shared that story in a speech about cause marketing and branding and really elevating your brand in your community. And I was amazed at how many cleaning companies came up to me after my speech and said, Debbie, I want to do that too. How do you do it? How do you screen the patients? How do you avoid people taking advantage of your generosity? How do you know how many to take on? And how do you say no when you have more free cleanings than you can say yes to? And that was my light bulb moment in 2005. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can take this company policy and turn it into a nonprofit and get maid services all over the country to contribute. Now, I've been a volunteer the entire time. I've served obviously as the founder of the program. I've served on the board of directors the entire time. I've never taken a salary. I've never taken a dime of compensation. In fact, it's cost me money. It doesn't make me money. And over the last 15 years, we've recruited over 1,200 maid services in all 50 states and Canada. And we've served over 40,000 families with $14 million in free cleanings. And so that's kind of where this whole thing started. So back to the story of crazy things that happen in the media. Well, the media loves this story, and our Cleaning for a Reason partners like Jeannie at Jeannie's Cleaning, the media loves to come to your company and interview you about Cleaning for a Reason. So I got the phone call, and the local Channel 8 News said, hey, we'd like to come out this morning at 11 a.m. So the media doesn't give you much warning. If you get 24 hours notice with the media, that's a long time. Yeah. There's no such thing as a week's worth of warning. You know, you're lucky if you get 24 to 48 hours. That's typical. But she said, I know this is short notice. I remember her name. It was Debbie Denman, very, very popular reporter here in Dallas. And she said, is there any way we can come out this morning? Well, normally I would drop everything and do media, right? And I said, I can't. I'm going to be on a plane in an hour. I was going somewhere to speak. And I hated turning down media. I was so bummed. I'm like, man, I hate that. I hate that. She's like, and I said, well, can we reschedule? Well, they don't reschedule, right? She's like, we'll be in touch. I'm like, okay, well, I missed that opportunity. So I got in a plane, spoke, came back. A week later, she calls up and says, any chance you can do a media interview at your office tomorrow? And I said, yes. Well, guess who read my story that night, who was in town in Dallas trying to make amends and read my story at her old job, the Channel 8 news desk?
I know the answer.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, yes, the Oprah.
And that happened because I wasn't available the week prior, and I just had to turn it down. I was so bummed, and it's almost like God opened the doors for the right moment and the right time. And Oprah Winfrey, so Debbie Denman came out. She did this story. I don't know, at that time I probably had 200 cleaning companies in the program, and I told the story, and it was the most fabulous segment. And then Oprah Winfrey reads the story at the news desk of Channel 8. And I have that footage now forever. It is like the best golden piece of PR I could have ever had on the planet. The Oprah factor happened. In fact, our website crashed, of course. She did talk about us on her program when she actually went back to Chicago and aired her program. She talked about her experience in Dallas, how she sat at her old news desk and how she read a story about this little nonprofit Cleaning for a Reason. And our website crashed and we had like 2,000 patients apply and people were mad at us for weeks. They're like, these people are frauds. I applied and they never answered. It was like, we have 4 people in the office. We were so unprepared, but that was the early days. And I'll tell you, it's been an incredible journey. And like Jeannie said, it's one of the most emotional and personally rewarding things you will do in your business is join this program and serve those families in your community.
Yeah. And anybody that wants to see anything, you can YouTube Cleaning for Reasons, and there'll be, I'm sure, Debbie, probably by now, hundreds of videos on there.
Hundreds.
Yeah. Jeannie, what does it do for the employees, though? And talk to me a little bit about that, because that's a little bit not quite as magical, but it has a lot of magic to it, too.
Oh, there's magic. There's a lot of magic in what your company does for the community and how it affects your team. And I'm going to start right with recruiting, because we're on the blue collar with the blue collar recruiting guys tonight. So I can't tell you how many people have said, I want to work here because I read your website and I love what you do. And right now we're competing against so many other businesses, not just other cleaning businesses, because
so many jobs.
Yeah, everyone is just desperate for employees. And what makes you stand out as an employer? And of course, I never did this for that reason. I mean, I did it because it's the right thing to do. And I just felt fortunate that, I had the opportunity to meet Debbie and find out about Cleaning for a Reason. But the result of doing it has created this magnet for my business that draws not only customers to us and media, but it also draws the right employees, people who have a heart for serving others, which is what the cleaning business is all about. I mean, you have to have that, if you're going to clean somebody's toilet, you got to care.
Right.
And this just gives them that extra level of meaning to their work, which could otherwise be a bit of a mundane job, but it just makes them come to work and feel proud that they're a part of something bigger than themselves, bigger than a paycheck, and that the work that they do when they're scrubbing a toilet and vacuuming a house actually is meaningful. It really does mean something, especially when they get assigned to a cancer patient.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people when they come to work with us. I say, we are not a cleaning business.
Right.
We're a business that makes people's lives better by cleaning.
Yep.
And so this ties in really well with our mission and our values for our business. But the team just overall, it also kind of creates a unity for them. And we do special things, like right now I'm wearing our special pink team shirt. So all of our team received this shirt this week, and we allow them to wear them to work any day of the week, unless we're having a special day where we have to wear our regular uniform shirts. So, this is something that makes people feel really proud. They wear these shirts other places. They don't just wear them to work.
They feel a part of the tribe. They feel a part of something.
Yes.
Sean, you were trying to ask us a question?
It's basically just been posted up there. Can you talk a little bit more about how somebody can get involved with it?
Absolutely. If you own a residential cleaning company, if you're a legitimate company with an EIN, and of course you carry insurance and bonding as a legitimate cleaning company, it's so easy to join Cleaning for a Reason. And the commitment is so low. You only have to clean 1 or 2 cancer patients a month. And that's it. You can go to cleaningforareason.org. I see Corona32 is asking, how do I do this? How do I join? Go to cleaningforareason.org. And in fact, I can share my screen right now and show you guys how simple it is. Let me just find the application window. When you go to Cleaning for a Reason, there it is. Let me just show everybody this really quick, because it's super simple. And those are our statistics, which are pretty amazing. But it is super simple. So you go up here and you go to Maid Services and inquire now. And that's all you have to do. You just go to Maid Services, inquire now, and that's you. You're a maid service. And you can fill out this application. It's very simple, very short, and submit it. And then someone from the Cleaning for a Reason organization will call you and talk with you and explain the program. There's a small, tiny, ridiculously tiny monthly contribution that you contribute to every single month. And then just your willingness to serve patients when they're in your area. If you want to see if your competitors are already in the program, this is really fantastic. Patients will go to the tab. Can you guys see my screen just fine?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Patients will go here and they will click apply now. So any patient, and it used to be women only when I started it, but since we merged with ISSA Charities, we are able to expand our services to any family that is battling cancer. So it could be the mom has a child with cancer, or maybe a man, a father, a grandfather has cancer. So it doesn't have to be female. So a patient can go, it's patients and then locate providers. And this is a really cool tool. You can just type in your area. So let's say you're in the Philadelphia area and you're just curious, is anybody in my area already in the program? Look at all the
cleaning. I
cleaning.
think your screen is frozen on.
Okay, it may be, but you can just, okay, you're right. So what you can do is just go to, you can just click around a little bit, but for the maid services that are watching today, just click on the maid service tab and the inquire now. Or if you want to look to see what other providers or other cleaning companies are signed up in your area, go to the patient tab and click on locate providers and type in your zip code, and you'll see who else in your area is participating.
Well, and Debbie, something else that, is great about Cleaning for a Reason is we really, as cleaning business owners, don't have to work very hard at this. Yes, there is a small investment, but Cleaning for a Reason handles all of the patient communications, all of the tracking. All we need to do is provide the cleaning services.
Exactly. It's super simple. There's nothing complicated about it.
You designate the zip codes that you are able to clean in, and how many patients per month you're able to serve. They do ask that you serve up to 2 patients a month, but some people serve more. I serve about one patient per week right now on a regular basis, at least 1 patient a week. But some people just serve a couple patients a month, and some many more. It just really depends on the size of your business, but you just put in the zip codes you want to serve. And then as patients apply, Cleaning for a Reason will send you a notification so that you can get in touch with the patient. So they make it so easy to communicate with that patient, and they provide lots of guidance and support. And we've also connected with our local cancer center, and they refer people to the Cleaning for a Reason website. So, because if nobody knows you're doing it, you might not have any patients to clean for a while. So
one of the cool things about Cleaning for a Reason is when you join, they walk you through a series of marketing tactics. So it's almost as if you have your own PR firm, and they launch a press release for you. They list you on their website. They walk you through the tactics of shouting out on your Facebook how you're a part of this program. They even teach you how to reach out to the media in your local community. So like Jeannie, now the media comes and knocks on her door. But when she first started this, she had to knock on their door. She had to reach out to the media and say, hey, are you interested in learning more about Cleaning for a Reason? It's the month of October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In the early days, I would have to kind of contact the media. I would contact my local newspaper, and I would just tell them. In fact, I did an interview on Friday with our local newspaper. I have no idea when the story will air, but it'll probably be on the front page. And they were going to be talking about Debbie Sardone, the owner of Buckets and Bows Maid Service, and how our company is giving back. So Cleaning for a Reason gives you an incredible logo, the official Cleaning for a Reason logo that you get to use on your business cards, your car wraps, your website. any of your postcards, your marketing, anything. It's you get the rights to use the Cleaning for a Reason logo, which that in and of itself is such a valuable tool. And like Jeannie said, not only do employees choose to work for your company because they want to work for a company that's giving back like this, but many, many customers have chosen our company, our business. They chose to work with us, not because we were the cheapest, but because they love what we do in serving cancer patients. Over 80% of Americans have said they will switch brands to one that is giving back charitably, all things being equal, even if they're satisfied with the company or service or product they're using. They will switch brands to a company that's giving back, especially if it's a cause that they care about. And everybody has been touched by cancer. There isn't a person who hasn't been touched personally by cancer, whether it's their mom, their sister, their best friend, their aunt, their neighbor. And so the public has said that charitable causes are important to them, and that when they do business with you and they give you their hard-earned money, they really like it when some of that money is being used to do good right there in their own community.
Well, and that's so true, Debbie. And I know we talk about a lot how people make their decisions, so much of their buying decisions before they ever speak to you. I believe it's about 70% of the purchasing decision is made before they ever speak to you or even fill out a quote form on your website or anything like that. They've been checking you out. And so people love to go to your website and see what are you up to. They check you out on Google. They go to Facebook. What are you up to? And this is one of the things that you can share with them that you're doing in your business to make a difference in your community. And it means so much to people.
Yeah. If you had a ledger, the pro and con thing, there are so many reasons to do it. I can't think of one reason not to do it. And I can't say that about a lot of really major decisions. And I think this is a major decision. If you are serious, and we talk about this all the time on recruiting and bookkeeping and various other, networks we deal with, and it's culture. Culture is one of those things that everybody says, and I do it in recruiting all the time. I ask, what's your culture? What makes you different? When we go to put a job description together, who are you? Everybody, I want a reliable, I want well-groomed, I want, driver's license. Okay, well, then that's
you
great.
have to have this and you have to be this. I want this.
Exactly.
Now,
And Jeannie's point too, if I always say this, put the lens on, you're a job seeker. Put that in your job description that you clean homes for women battling cancer. And Debbie, I don't even know if it's just women anymore or not. It used to be, I think, at one time, but
families now, thanks to ISSA charities.
Beautiful. And that's it. Who am I going to work for? Who am I going to work for what A player is going to pass that job description up and say, I don't want to apply there.
Right.
We use Blue Skies Recruiting. We have for quite a while, and you guys get incredible results for us, right? So you make our phone ring with great candidates. You light up our inbox with qualified job candidates. But when they walk through the door at our cleaning company to interview, your job is done. You've done the recruiting, right? It's kind of like marketing can fill your lead funnel,
right?
But you're responsible for winning them. And so as Blue Skies brings us great leads and great candidates, it's our job to win them over to choose us to work for. When they could work for Walmart, they could work for Kohl's department store, they could work for the local daycare. How do we get people to want to work for us? Well, it's one of the ways is to create meaning and purpose in what they do for a living. And this is just one piece of it. And of course, I was going to say, Jeannie is like the queen of employee wow culture. And I know you guys are having her on as a guest next week to talk about employee wow culture. But this is one of those wow. And like Jeannie, I can't tell you how many of our cleaning technicians that have come up and met me since I'm a retired business owner. I don't do the hiring anymore, but I've met them in some of our team meetings, and they've come up to me and they've said, I chose to work for your company because I love what this company does for Cleaning for a Reason. We had an employee years ago named Mary, and she would beg us to let her do the cancer patient cleanings. Yeah. She was like, if you have any more, I will do them. I'll cancel my regular clients. You can give me the cancer patient. And she would come in tears and talk about how much she loves her job. And these cancer patients would hug her when she was leaving and thank her so much for this beautifully cleaned home when they didn't have the energy. They certainly couldn't do the cleaning themselves. They would both cry. You know, the employee is crying, the homeowner is crying. Of course, then she'd come back to the office and all of us are crying. But it was happy tears of fulfillment and purpose. And I remember the media came out one time while she was cleaning, and I said, are you okay with that? And she said, heck yeah. And she called all of her family all over the state and said, I'm going to be on TV tonight. Make sure you watch it.
Just somebody make sure Michael Jackson's not dying tonight.
He didn't die that night. Nobody important died that night, and her segment aired.
That's great.
Yeah, that is amazing. Well, and Debbie, that story about Oprah, you've told me the second half of that story, but I didn't know the first half. I didn't know the part about the flight and missing the interview. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
I usually don't have time to tell the whole story, but that's the first part.
Yeah, that's one of those, wow.
That's what I say. That's one of those God moments.
Oh, yeah, that was so completely meant to be, because God knew that this needed to be out there. Mm-hmm. So, but one thing I do want to answer. So if you're out there listening and you're like, well, yeah, this sounds great, but I can't afford to do that. And I know this is a tough year, right? And, some people are really struggling in their businesses, and some of us across the country are in different states of shutdown and reopening and all of that kind of thing. So I want to talk to a little bit about the investment that you make as a business owner, because it is an investment of some time. There is some time, but it's very rewarding time that you spend doing it. And you do pay your staff to do the cleaning. Right? So you pay your staff to do the cleaning like you would normally pay them for cleaning that house.
You don't ask them to donate their time. This is a gift from the owner of the company.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So yes, there is an investment, but it will come back to you
tenfold. Yeah.
Million times over. In so many ways. It's shocking. I mean, So I remember when I met Debbie, and one of the things that I loved about her, we were talking about what is your business known for? You have to, and you were talking about this, Sean, like when you're writing your employment ad, you have to talk about like what makes your business different? What kind of thing makes your business different?
We talk about this all the time in Cleaning Business Fundamentals.
We do. That's the thing.
You can't be the same as everybody else because they all have high employee turnover. So we're always talking about what makes us different, what makes us special.
Right. What is a differentiator in your business? And Debbie said in her business that she's known as the business that gives. She is the giving business in her community. And that just lit me up like Christmas. I went, that's what I want.
And think about it, guys. Every other cleaning business in town is trying to be known for either their cleaning products because they're green or for their quality. And they're all trying to be known for the same thing. And so it's like, well, what's unique about you? Well, I'm the same as everybody else. That's what's unique about me, right? And so this has nothing to do with being known for we clean better than our competitors. We want to be known as the most giving cleaning company in the world, and definitely in my community. Why not?
Can I lay down, since I'm the accounting nerd of the group, I just got to lay down like that. Not that, I mean, we're talking about giving. And so I can't help myself, but do a financial analysis on it anyway. Not that that's the important part, but
that's good.
Let's just say in general, you're going to do 2 cleanings a month, every other week. And so roughly you're going to pay wages of $75 for that cleaning, 55% cost of goods sold we're talking about.
Right.
So I believe it's $20 a month for like administrative fees for cleaning for a reason. And let's just say you're paying an administrative person on your team $30 a month to click
an hour.
Mm-hmm. I'm just rounding up to say like, sorry, dust particle.
I have a feather.
You need a sip of beer.
Hold on a second.
Get you a sip of beer. Hello.
So,
Books and beer.
At a high level, you're gonna spend $200 a month. Now, Sean and we have to go back in the archives of this one, Sean, but we did a workup. We did it live a few months ago of what it costs to get a new employee trained up, and I'll get it. I won't get the number right, but it was about $3,000.
Yeah.
By the time you spend the money on the recruiting ads, by the time you spend the money on the people training them, by the time you turn a couple over because you're maybe like 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3 to find somebody that sticks. So on average, you spend about $3,000 to find an A player that sticks for more than a year. So we're talking about $200 a month, which is going to attract the right type of people, right? People are attracted to people that think like them. And so if you're the person that thinks about giving back and long-term thoughts and like doing the right thing, therefore you're going to attract that person. And that's the person you want working for you anyway. Like they're going to have the right mindset and vision. So you could pay that $200 for 15 months. And like if that kept one employee or even attracted one employee, like it literally just paid for itself. Like 15 months of paying for that program is equivalent to 1 A player, which you're for sure going to keep and or attract an A player because you're the company that's doing the right thing. Not to mention, and like this is something that you helped me understand, Debbie. But if you look at the value, like how much revenue a cleaner brings in, not how much revenue a client is worth, but how much revenue a cleaner brings in. If you look at that value, I mean, like interior cleaning, you're talking like upwards of $100,000. If they're cleaning something on the outside of the building, they can do $200,000+ in a year of revenue. So like that A player.
Yeah, your A player is your best customer.
You got it.
Period.
Player.
And not only are you going to attract the right kind of employees who are drawn to a mission-driven company, but imagine the clients that you win because of Cleaning for a Reason. So when you figure the average client is worth easily $3,200 a year if they're recurring with a residential cleaning company, they're easily worth $3,200 a year or more, and that's kind of on the low side. If you won 2, 3, 4 clients a year because they chose your company specifically because of Cleaning for a Reason, times $3,200 a year, $6,400 a year in new business because you were a part of Cleaning for a Reason. In other words, you can't afford not to do this. You cannot afford to have clients see your competitor doing it and you not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer, but do it from your heart. I'll tell you about a gentleman that called me up years ago. He's one of my cleaning business fundamentals students. We have the full-blown cleaning business fundamentals residential cleaning business academy. And he called me up and he said, Debbie, I have a confession to make. And I said, okay, I'm listening. Sometimes you're a therapist when you're a consultant, and sometimes you're a priest, and sometimes you're a mathematician. And I said, okay, I'm listening. And he said, well, I joined Cleaning for a Reason for all the wrong reasons. I saw my competitors were joining. I saw my competitor that hadn't even been in business half the amount of time I was in business. They were in the newspaper being interviewed about their giving back through Cleaning for a Reason. I saw them on TV. And he said, I was like, that's not good. I have to join this program. And he said, this was his words, not mine. He said, I joined for the wrong reasons. He said, but after that very first cleaning that we did for a cancer patient that was really suffering, we went out and gave her free house cleaning. He said, I stopped by to see how the job was going. And the woman thanked me, and she had tears in her eyes, and she had made pink little bracelets for each one of his cleaning technicians. And he said, I left that home. He said, I'm a man. I haven't cried in years. And he said, I left that home in tears. And he said, Debbie, I joined for the wrong reasons, but I'm going to stay in it for the right reasons. And I said, you know what? I don't care what reason you join for. I don't care if you join out of peer pressure, out of PR, or a deep love in your heart for mankind. I don't care. As long as you join and you give back, it's going to get in your heart. Yeah. You're going to love it. You're going to stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and it's just such an easy program to implement, and there really is no reason not to do it. And I've heard, we talk in Cleaning Business Fundamentals a lot about mindset. Success is all about what's up here.
Yep. And
the leader in the business has to have the right mindset. And if you have a scarcity mindset that you think that you have to hold on to every dollar because you're afraid of where the next one's going to come from, the dollars don't flow toward you, unfortunately, when you have that mindset. But when you have an abundance mindset, and Debbie is just such a great teacher of this, everything kind of flows toward you. It's really amazing when you
can't outgive giving.
Yeah,
right.
You can't. It just keeps giving back to you in so many ways. There's so many reasons to do with this, to be part of this program.
So I'll give you an example of how you can't outgive giving and how it comes back tenfold, but you never know how it's going to come back. It may come back with a loyal employee that's going to make you a lot of money. It could come back with 5 new clients that's going to make you over $10,000 a year. We don't know how it's going to come back, but this is a local newspaper in my community. And he knew that my company was giving back through Cleaning for a Reason. He met me at the Chamber of Commerce and he said, I have a local newspaper. What can I do for you during the month of October? And I said, I would love a pro bono one full page ad, pro bono. And I would love to feature the patients that we've served over the last few years. He gave me a full page ad. This would be about a $5,000 ad. And we featured some of the patients. We featured 10 patients. We asked their permission, and each of the 10 patients gave us a beautiful statement about what it's meant to them to have their home cleaned by our company, Buckets and Bows Maid Service. Do you know how many years it would take of serving cancer patients for free to equal the free publicity I've gotten? It comes back in tenfold. You don't always know how when you give back, but it does.
The universe knows. There's that law of attraction, and Jeannie touched on it a little bit. I mean, you don't know how it comes back, but when you have the vibes and your soul is giving back to the people around you, good things begin to happen to you. And when they don't, and they're not good all the time, you still understand that that's going to open a door up and something else manifests and comes your way. It just does. That's the way it operates. At least I've seen it. Personally, I've seen it with so many other people. And this is part of that. This is something that links all of us. And Debbie touched on it, and Jeannie touched on it. Dan hasn't said a word. We did mute his microphone.
Well, it's because Jeannie and I talk a lot, and the band can't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where
there's a moment of silence. I have to fill it. Like I just am too uncomfortable. So
what else you got, Dan? I know you have some magic and rolling around in there. You're the numbers guy. I love it when you begin to share the numbers.
I just I can't help myself. Like, oh, let me do a little bit of math quick. No, I mean I relish in the opportunity to shut up because I'm usually the one that is always talking, and I am pleased to be the one that got to sit back a little bit and be the quiet one tonight.
The ladies in pink will do all the talking if you don't control us a little.
I like it. Hey,
Dan, I don't think you shared with the audience the source of the sweatshirt that you're wearing.
I didn't.
Kind of tight, Dan. Kind of tight.
I saw Jeannie and Debbie wearing pink. I had a black jacket on, and I was like, oh, we're wearing pink tonight. So I ran into my closet, and I have a pink shirt somewhere, not dead pink. I was thinking I got a polo with some navy and some pink, and I kind of did a circle, just the spin move, and I saw my wife's side of the closet. I mean, it's a little short, but it was
that shirt will never be the same.
Pink. So, Sorry,
my
sorry,
God.
I'm stretching it out a little bit.
The next time your wife pulls it out of the closet, she's going to go, what is wrong with this shirt? It smells funny and it's all misshapen.
That was funny. It smells like
It's stretched out all weird and it smells wonky. Yeah,
It smells like a man.
smells like spilled Bush Light. What's going on here?
Oh my gosh.
It smells like beer. Did somebody spill beer on this?
That's
Oh,
called
Marty.
desperation. You needed some pink. You just went for the closest
I
pink.
get it. You know, actually, it's nice and stretchy. I don't know if she's getting this one back. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I don't look in the mirror a whole lot, but I feel like I look pretty good right now. So I might keep this.
The stars must have been aligned because this is no joke. Our dog got pink eye. Literally, it woke up this morning, had this goop in its eye,
Oh my gosh.
and had pink eye. So there you have it. It just
That's sick.
I'm telling you.
It's Pinktober. That's why.
Yeah, pink toe.
Yeah, everybody's going pink, even your dog.
Exactly.
I
And
didn't know dogs could do that, but
Yes.
now we
In-
know.
in honor of Pinktober, for those that are listening to this and they're thinking, what's wrong with these people? in honor of Pinktober, for those who join Cleaning for a Reason, you don't have to wait till next year, right, to talk about this cause. Cleaning for a Reason is year round, right? So you can talk about it in April. You can talk about it in January. You can talk about the need to have your home cleaned when you are suffering for cancer by a professional and how you're there to help right there in your community. So it's a year-long program, year-round program. It's never out of season, but you could literally join now and reach out to your local media and let them tell the story that your company is brand new to the program, that you just joined and you haven't served your first cancer patient yet, and that you're ready, willing, and able. And the media will tell that story and people will see how your company is different. They'll see, what makes you different from everybody else. We had one of our marketing team go out to Texas Oncology, which is a pretty popular, sad to say, pretty popular oncologist practice here in our area. And they gave gifts to all of the oncology staff and, of course, took pictures and shared it on Facebook and just told them all about Cleaning for a Reason, left materials. And the oncology departments or the oncology hospitals right there in your hometown are thrilled to get your materials and put them in their waiting rooms and give them to their patients. They will help you. They're thrilled to have these resources.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I really want to encourage people, Debbie, just like you said, there's a week left in October. And those of you who are already Cleaning for a Reason partners, if you're cleaning for a cancer patient next week, you can easily just reach out to your local media, share something about that in your social media,
Tag a reporter
to your clients. All of those things go so far. And Sean shared on the blue collar recruiting just some of the media that we've received this week. I've been interviewed by the radio station twice.
Can you share one of those clips with everybody?
Yes, and the clip is shared on Sean's website, and but I've been on 2 news stations this week, and it's taken time to build some of these relationships. But just for example, every reporter I talked to this week, now they know that I'm someone who's plugged into the community, I'm connected, and I'm giving. And each one of them said, you have my number, call me anytime. And so once they know that you're a person who's giving and involved in the community, they want that news. They want that good news, and they want it to be from someone they trust and they know.
They're looking for source experts.
Yeah.
And now Jeannie, right there in her hometown, is known as the expert right there. And so if they want to do a segment on germs on a plane during the holidays, they're going to call Jeannie because she's their source expert. And so this is a great way to build your personal brand and build your company's expertise, is to get your foot in the door with your causes and then keep your foot in the door with your expertise.
Right. Yeah.
You want to share a video?
Yeah. Can I share?
You should be able to. Do you see the little share button across the bottom or no?
Oh yeah, I see it there.
There you
Okay.
go. And then you should be able to play the sound. You have to hit the little checkbox. Is that okay, Sean, for her to share
Absolutely.
little media? I think it's very inspiring.
Let me
Let's see if it works for everybody. And while she's pulling that up, if you are a part of Cleaning for a Reason, please type into the chat, I am C4R. Type it in the chat so we can shout out.
Great.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share this. Does it automatically do audio? It's on the screen.
You have to check the box once you get to that application.
Okay.
There should be a box
there it
to
is.
check.
Yep, I see it. Great. All right. So
Let me add it. I will add it. There you go.
there we go. So this is my local Fox affiliate. And so this is their story that they ran on their page. So it's pretty long text story and some photographs of my team cleaning. But here we go.
A
This
West Michigan
is
cleaning
the
company
story.
is working to ease the burden for cancer patients by offering a free cleaning service while they go through treatment.
It's a little thing, but it means so much. Our Lauren Coomer spoke with one cancer patient who says it's really made a huge difference for her family. Lauren?
Ryan and Annie, over the last 14 years, around $14 million of cleaning services have been donated to cancer patients around the U.S. And locally, Jeannie Cleaning is working to provide those services for cancer patients in the Kalamazoo area.
It was a kind of a gift that we didn't even think we needed.
In the midst of treatments and normal daily activities cancer patients have, Jeannie's Cleaning is coming to the rescue, providing free home cleanings.
It just gives us more time for ourselves and like that and stuff. We don't have to worry about, oh, we need to look after an owner, and then we have to like clean, and then we have to, it just takes that kind of burden off us.
Sandra Mulvern says she was diagnosed with salivary gland cancer back in June. And her wife Alice says among their huge list of medications and appointments, it's nice to not have to worry about cleaning.
It's really been a huge help to me as well, to make me feel like I can take care of her more and I can spend more of my energy taking care of her and taking care of our daughter and not just cleaning, just to maintain, so that's been really helpful.
Jeannie's and other businesses across the country are donating their time in honor of Cleaning for Cancer Week.
It's hard to help people when someone you love has been diagnosed. People don't know what to do. And cleaning is one thing that takes away some of the stress and some of the anxiety that the family is going through.
But this is something Jeannie's does year-round in partnership with the organization Cleaning for a Reason. She says she serves at least 2 patients a month, starting with 2 free cleans and a discount on services after that.
We're very committed to making their lives better as they're going through this battle, and we just really love supporting them.
Jeannie Cleaning encourages other cleaning businesses to partner with Cleaning for a Reason to help provide those services in their area. If you are a cancer patient or know someone who is, you can contact Jeannie Cleaning directly to get those cleaning services. And if you're not in the area, you can go to the Cleaning for a Reason website. We'll have that link up on fox17online.com. Reporting live in Kalamazoo, Lauren Coomer, Fox 17 News.
Great service. Thank you.
So what's incredible, and if everybody's watching this, if you're business minded and numbers like Dan and I are, I mean, we're like numbers, the math is the path to success. Can you imagine what that would have cost if you paid for a commercial that was that long? That was probably about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes long, probably about 3 minutes long. Imagine what that would have cost you to pay for that commercial. It was 100% for free. It's an incredible exposure. It shows the credibility and the uniqueness of that cleaning company. Very few cleaning companies. When you think of the 30, 40, 50, 60,000 cleaning companies in the US, we only have 1,200 that are in a program. So most of them aren't doing this. And imagine how people in your community feel when they see that. They're not using Jeannie. Maybe they're using some other cleaning service. And they're thinking to themselves, I'm going to give them a try. it's really incredible. And then of course the wonderful feeling you get when you go and clean for the patient who cannot do this themselves. They can't and they shouldn't be around cleaning products. They need to focus on their health. So it's really incredible. Anybody that's interested in joining, if you've thought about it in the past and you've passed on the offer, go to cleaningforareason.org, click on the Maid Service tab and choose the Inquire Now button and just fill out a little short application and talk to the people at Cleaning for a Reason about our program. It will change your life, and it will bring back tenfold more than what you spend doing the cleaning, and you'll love it. Your staff will love it. Your customers will love it. And your prospects will love it.
100%, 100%. And I know I'm a living testimony to the fact that, yes, Debbie's the founder, but I'm one of the 1,200, and
you stand out.
I just feel incredibly privileged to be able to be part of it. And it's been just such a great thing for our business and the people who work with us, and our customers are proud to do business with us because of it.
Yeah,
totally.
I think that's great. I want to wrap it up by just saying that if you have any questions at all about it, first of all, just go to the website. You'll get all the answers. But if there's something that you want to talk about, I'm sure Jeannie's available and would talk about it. I certainly would. And don't be afraid to reach out on that. And I also want to let everybody know next Thursday, we're going to have Jeannie back, and we're going to talk about a lot about culture and wow type of stuff, wow culture. And this is just a little part of it that we're going to build on. And I shouldn't say it's a little part, it's a huge part of it, but we're going to build upon what we tossed out tonight about Cleaning for a Reason, and so many other really cool, magical things that you can take back to your business. And again, change your life. Change your life.
Employee culture on steroids next week with Jeannie. Jeannie is a CBF coach. She's a certified cleaning business fundamentals coach. And she has coaching groups and one-on-one coaching that she does with residential cleaning business owners. And literally her secret sauce, her superpower is that employee engagement, employee wow culture, which most maid services struggle with intensely, with maintaining any kind of a culture where people want to stick around long term. And if anybody is listening and they don't own a cleaning service, but they're like, I just like hanging out with you guys because, you always have beer and you always have blue skies, so it doesn't get any better than that. If you don't own a cleaning company and you just want to donate, go to cleaningforareason.org. There's a donate button and just donate. We always need funds. None of us take a dime from the organization. We all donate our own time and our own money. And donate. We need your funds or we need your help. Either way, somebody listening can participate and experience the joy of giving. It's all you. You get. Are we done?
I think so. I know I'm done. Tune in next week on Thursday. I don't know how to click the buttons to make us go away or anything, Deb. So
I was just waiting for to close us out with some incredible words of wisdom or math.
My vision, my ending vision was me with a cooler full of beer and a bowl of popcorn, just like eating popcorn next week, listening to Jeannie and not having any good questions, but like just
a little jiffy, right? We'll just make a jiffy of Dan.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I gotta come with some questions prepared because I would be too like soaking it all in to be able to come up with a question on the fly. But I love we're just thrilled to have Jeannie back to back. Like, how lucky
any better than that?
It is. But
by the end of next week, but.
I do want to say thank you to Blue Skies Recruiting, obviously Sean Day and Dan Plata for bringing us on and allowing us to share this incredible organization with all of you. So we thank you. Go follow them on Facebook. Make sure you're here next week at the same time, same station. You hear about wow culture. And we'll sign off So thankfully, we all missed the debate. So that's a great thing. Wasn't this so much more inspiring?
We were joking earlier, though. I think we all know what happened. I think, like, I could give you the clip notes right now and pretty much tell you, you know,
just make it up right there.
how it went. Yeah.
I guarantee it. So I think I'll just go watch me some reruns of Seinfeld.
There you go.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, Dan and Sean. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thanks,
See
everyone.
you guys next week.
Night, y'all.
You betcha. Bye-bye.
Bye.